and your host, Cesar Monoa. I want to talk to you today about one of my fastest transformations that I have experienced in my own journey. And, I've been doing this work for now since 2015. So that would have been, this year, 10 years that I've been doing this work. And I've had so many transformations, but they have always been through a long journey of working through certain mindsets, certain belief systems, and all of this. And I feel like I have never had a transformation that felt like within less than a week, within several days. And this was thanks to this work of transurfing that I have learned about. And I've learned about it also recently as I was getting so interested in manifestation and in the ways of doing things in magical ways. And I came across a lot of different videos about transurfing and I started learning about it. And essentially, what I learned so far is that there is this idea of whatever the version that we're seeking, whatever the life we're seeking, already exists, and our goal is to tune into it, right? Or to select it. And before coming across this one, I also was watching a TV series with my mom, and in the TV series, it was about how different parallel universes converging. And as I was watching that, I was also thinking about, oh my God, what if all of the versions of ourselves, the way that we really want to be in the world. Maybe it is being very free, being confident, being, I don't know, unstoppable, being authentic, whatever the versions that we really want, they are already within us. So we don't need to build it, we don't need to search for it, we don't need to acquire it or I don't know, take years to do something with it, but rather select it. Rather, we choose it from the different variations of our versions that exist within us. That's what I was thinking, right? So then I came across transurfing, and then it just felt like everything made sense. So whatever the thing that I really want to work with my clients, I also want to experience and experiment it myself so I understand how it works, right? So that's why I was thinking, okay, I want to do this experiment where I want to select the version of myself, right? Notice that I'm not building it, I'm not like starting from scratch, I'm not finding like 100 different ways and techniques to be the version, but rather I am assuming that I am now this version who has no problem going to the gym. And how would that version feel like? And then what I did was I wanted to use that version specifically on going to the gym, right? And I was writing about it right now. I also wanted to more explain in details how I did that in this video. So I have always, I think, ever since I remember myself being an adult, I have always struggled to go to the gym or to work out physically. Like physical exercise has never been my strength. I love walking, obviously, I love swimming, but actually working on my muscles and strengthening my muscles, I've never really been able to do that. And the reason for that, I always believed, is because, oh, I'm not good at this. I need a lot of time. I always travel, so I don't have the abilities to do that, whatever the excuse that I could find, so I wouldn't have to do this regularly, right? And even if I did it maybe tops 2 times, 3 times a week, and that was it. So I was thinking, okay, I want to create this reality or experience this reality, not create, but experience this reality by selecting my version of myself who has no problem going to the gym, who has no problem working out, who just goes and does it, right? This is the version I want to experience myself. And then the thing that I so this was, I think, last, I don't remember, Tuesday or something. And then I thought, okay, I also signed up for the gym and all of this. I took care of it. But then I thought, okay, I want to sit. I was lying in my bed and I was feeling and experiencing, okay, how is she? If that really was true, that I would have no problem going to the gym and working out and doing that every day consistently without any problem. How is she, right? And then I started really feeling certain emotions of like, um, powerful, but the emotions that I can really describe was like absence of noise. I really felt like I had absence of a lot of different noises, right? So before, whenever I would think about going to the gym, in my head there were always noises of, oh, can I do this? I have no I don't have this thing tomorrow, I have this thing tomorrow, whatever. There were a lot of these noises in my head, and therefore I would end up not going to the gym essentially. And this time I thought I was like experiencing myself, so I imagined selecting the version, right, that has no problem going to the gym. And then I also assumed like how I would feel, and then that feeling was like very calm and like absence of noise. In some way, it was like a neutral type of feeling, if I can call it a feeling. And then the next day, I had the whole day full of sessions with my clients. I think it was about 7 or 8 sessions that day. And then I remember usually my brain would go to, oh, I would have all of these sessions. What am I going to finish and how am I going to finish? And all of these like dramatizing type of energy would come up in the beginning, especially before starting. So I remembered myself, oh, wait, I have selected my version that experiences this journey, this day, without any drama, right? Without any like, oh, feeling. I actually want to experience this day in the most loving and relaxed way. So then I really like went through the whole sessions with such a relaxation that at some point one of my clients commented and said, did your voice change, because it feels like your voice is different? And I was like, no, I just feel so relaxed. I feel so relaxed and I feel so loving in this moment that I'm just like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like flowing through the day and feeling so good. And then after all of those sessions, I then went to the gym. And as I was like entering the gym, exercising, during the exercise, I recognized that there were hard parts because I haven't exercised in a long time. So therefore, I realized I didn't have any drama. Like it was no problem. I also noticed that two of the ladies in the group were complaining about how difficult these exercises were. I was not affected by that at all. I felt like so in my this feeling of neutral, pleasant type of experience. And then I finished, and then I went home, and then I was like, where is my drama, where are my excuses, what's happening, right? I almost couldn't recognize myself. I was like, my god, is this me? That doesn't sound like me. And then I I met my husband, and I was telling my husband, and he was also telling me that, oh, you must be so tired. You did all of these sessions, and then you went to the gym and all of this, and you must be tired. And I was like, no, I don't feel tired at all. I don't feel tired. I don't feel like I needed to overcome myself in some way. I felt like as if I had no struggles at all within myself. I was so clear, right? It's such an like my amazing feeling that I haven't experienced in so long. And then I was like, okay, is this the feeling that is going to go away like tomorrow or anything? Right? And then the next morning, so the that night I couldn't sleep by the changes that I was experiencing within my body, especially within my head. I think I felt such a energetic, I don't know, as if like I had cleansing of some sort, weird thing. And then I couldn't sleep, just like fantasizing and imagining and daydreaming so many different things. And then I couldn't sleep until the morning, like I don't know, around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe I should, tomorrow morning I had the gym again, and I was thinking, maybe I should really cancel. I don't know if I can really work out in this state. But then I was like, no, 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 I have no problem with it. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. And then in the morning, I woke up around, I don't know, 7:30 a.m., and I went to the gym, and I was like so surprised by how a lot of the things that I used to do around going to the gym and coming back were not even a topic. So then I started realizing, oh my God, what if there is a way that we can really select within ourselves? And this is going to sound very voodoo, or like very what is the word, like, I don't know, unrealistic for some of you, and I totally understand you and what you are might be perceiving. But this is, I just want to share my first hand experience of what was happening, right? So I was really accessing this inner state where I felt like I didn't need to fight anything inside. I felt as if there is no, like, I had no reaction to anything bad was happening around me. There were like construction work happening when I was having breakfast. It really didn't bother me. I went to a shop, and then they charged me differently, and they asked me to come back and pay the rest. I was not bothered by it at all. I went back and paid the rest of it. um, Other people were like around me in the other table complaining about certain things. Usually that would really irritate me. That didn't irritate me at all. I just felt like I was entering this inner state where there is no reaction to the external world in the irritated or negative way or triggered way. There was nothing of that. And in if anything, I just had a great um like great experience of being very clear, very true, and very as if like this is how I'm supposed to be, right? I don't know if it makes sense. Like, this felt like this is how I was always supposed to be, this way. And then I gotten lost in the jungle of, I don't know, being triggered and reactive and surviving, and whatever the things that were happening in life that took me away from really anchored me, who had no drama, no problems, no excuses, no fears, no complaining. Nothing of that sort even entered my mind. And this has been happening now for a week, as I said. And even yesterday, I was talking to my husband, and he was telling me that something feels different about how you're talking and how you are reacting to things. And, he was describing certain challenges, and I just felt like, yeah, I can see how even to challenges, I'm reacting in a different way. I'm reacting in a way that is, this is not a problem. It feels like I don't need to fight it. It feels like I know how to go through, because I'm already the person who knows how to go through this challenge. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel myself being the person who, this is a challenge, okay, I know how to go through it. I don't need to make it a problem. It doesn't need to have any significance. and I know what I do, or I will figure out kind of like very calm energy. And I'm just exploring myself being this way, obviously, but I've been doing coaching and coaching myself for, as I said, 10 years now, and I have learned so much about myself. But this level of transformation that I have experienced within less than a week, even, where there is a inner state that does not involve overcoming, does not involve solving, does not involve reacting. It seems it's the inner state of total, like, I don't know, flow, but very pleasant flow state. Not really exciting, or not really like, oh my God, kind of, but also not really neutral. It's more like very pleasant, very clear energy that is going through me as I experience my days this way. And I'm feeling okay, we know that there is another way to experience ourselves. And my suggestion currently is, if you don't really believe in this inner state, or if you feel like, oh my God, I don't think it's even possible, that sounds like, I don't know, something that other people experience, I would like for you to just suggest, to give yourself this permission to, like, what if it's possible, right? What if within us there are the versions of ourselves that we really want to experience, the versions of ourselves that really has the life that we want to experience, and we have the power and the ability to select that version. And the way that I have, as I said, the way that I have done it so far, that I really love doing anyway, which is like, I don't know, some people call it lucid dreaming. I call it daydreaming. I love daydreaming, where I just imagine myself being this person, and then fantasizing about being that person and having all the things in my life and this kind of thing, right? And then as I go into that state, I realize that there is this inner state within me that does not even need to be affected by what's going on externally, does not need to even have any, like, I don't know, need to think about things that were going on externally. And like, as if like it blocks everything external in the good way, right? It doesn't in any way enter. And instead, like, I don't have any irritations, any of those things. Instead, I'm totally focused on being that version of me, and then going through life doing all the things that I want to, and then focusing on that state only. And then everything else, like, as if the noise, all of that is just out. And I would like for you to experience this yourself as well. And I have been just loving being in that state. And I wanted to share this, even if it feels like, oh my God, what is she talking about? I I I have done so much work on myself, and I'm very grateful. And if I can find different, better, or more effective ways to experience our lives the way we want to experience ourselves the way we want to, then I'm always willing to share, even if it means you will think, I don't know, this is not credible or whatever it is. I'm willing to take that risk because I want everyone to experience this. So, my dears, if you'd like to work on this, or I don't know, come and talk to me about this because you just feel like I want to know more about that transurfing, or that transformational experience of accessing that inner state, please come talk to me. You can message me or you can book a call, whichever the way it is. I want everyone to experience this. Okay, my dears. Have a beautiful week ahead, and I'll